exactly.
It's like a would you rather kind of situation.
No, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah. Present a scenario.
When's your QFTA?
We did that Tuesday.
I did that on Tuesday. Yeah, I guess Tuesday because we were off on Monday.
Because I did watch the season finale of Yellowstone.
Oh, nice.
Tease.
And you want to talk about it on your
I did, because
mid-season finale.
Mid-season, that's correct.
Mid-season.
And then it doesn't start up again until summertime,
Yeah.
which I was surprised by.
But now you know how to backlog. Now you know you can get on YouTube TV.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
The guy get killed or
Well, I don't
not?
know if I want to.
Well, my personal thing, this is my thing, but that doesn't mean that everybody has to abide by what is that I know some people. Well, all I can speak to is I was about to watch Yellowstone and somebody texted in, this season sucks. And I go, it kind of kills my enthusiasm for it. So therefore, with a podcast, you can say, hey, this is what we're going to talk about. And if you're about to watch the show or you don't want it to be spoiled, you know not to listen or skip through it. So that's my reasoning for not doing it on the radio.
No, I'm with you 100%. Because, I mean, it's not like it's 5 years old. You know,
right,
if I talk
just
about
aired
this,
on Sunday night.
Yeah, if I talk about The Sopranos, way to ruin it. Well, I mean, it's 10 years ago. But I mean,
Doug, what's the statute of limitations?
This was just Sunday, so I don't.
6 months.
I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
6 months?
Yeah.
No.
I will say, I expect.
Nah.
I expect.
You got a week and a
maybe-
half, 2 weeks of the spoilers. For
I don't know
sure.
if this ruins it for anybody.
Oh.
But here it comes. He does die in the end, doesn't he?
No, I'm not going to talk about any of that. But because it is mid-season, it's not end of the season. I still would have expected, since it's not coming on until next summer, maybe a few more cliffhangers.
I told you. You expect more. But also, I think Breaking Bad started the mid-season thing, right? I can't think of a show that did that before Breaking Bad.
The network thing, isn't it?
Well, they break it up. Yeah, because it was on AMC, I think.
Who killed JR, Doug?
I don't even remember, but that was a question everybody asked her for a while.
Victoria Principal.
She was the one who killed him?
No, I will say, because
It was all a dream, wasn't it? Used to read Word Up
I
magazine?
think so. But the whole country was saying, who killed JR?
I stopped watching when Charlene Tilton got off there.
She do any frontal?
No, that's why she got off.
No, this was on ABC, I believe. I think she showed her boobs in an early movie.
Oh, did she?
But Plazzi was talking about get ready for the music festivals. As I was watching it last night, and there were a couple, I thought of Jessie Kiowski. Because, you know, she's not only our promotions director, but she's also promotions director for WIL.
She's great people.
I think we should do a WIL presents a concert, The Bands of Yellowstone.
The Bands of Yellowstone.
See, and they are good.
Reach out to those 3 or 4 bands that played. I'm sure they're not that expensive because they're not really well known, but they're good bands.
There are some significant artists.
I think
Wait,
Remy...
they just had one of them at the
From
Jingle
Yellowstone?
Fest?
Yeah, Jingle Fest.
Was it Remy Wilson? Wait, who? The
Remy's
female?
that gentleman who hosts the show.
No.
Band from Yellowstone?
Well, which band are you talking about?
I don't know. There were only 3 that I saw that up on stage. I didn't wait for the credits to see who they were, but I don't know.
This all started when the cowboy with the white hat who played guitar, his music got popular on Spotify from it, and I think the show goes, well, we can add a couple more, niche performers and create them in characters and embed their
Well, I
music
could just
in
be
there.
just stupid. They could be 3 major bands that I've never heard of.
I've never heard of them.
Lainey Wilson.
Lainey Wilson.
Which one was she?
Wilson.
She the one who had the love affair?
She's the one that's currently with I can't remember what it is, but one of the guys. Doug, what do you call it in the bunkhouse? That's what like
Is that she's the one in making out with the
She's
cowboy?
a big star
Correct.
now.
Yeah, she is
Yeah, that's
huge.
what I'm saying.
now.
I didn't
She was
know
at
that.
Jingle Fest.
I didn't know that.
She's huge now.
And
Oh, so much
Jesse
for
just
my
texted me. Lainey Wilson was the Jingle.
So much for my idea.
Poor Jesse.
So there it is.
I'm
She
not
had
a big
wonderful
country music
idea,
person.
and they actually agree with it. They just already have done
They
it.
just already
late.
did it.
You're late.
Okay. I'm not a big
Ryan
country.
Bingham.
They have Garth
If
Brooks
I'm not
on there.
mistaken,
We should
Prod
bring him
Joe
in.
is a huge Ryan Bingham guy.
That-
Ryan
that-
Bingham is in the show.
Yeah, he's good.
They-
Does he
He
play?
is good.
What is his name in the show?
God,
Walker, it
geez.
says.
Walker, that's right.
Thank you,
Excellent.
thank you.
Shane Smith and the Saints.
Yeah, Shane Smith and the Saints have been on there. God, let's see.
But Iggy, you did
My
it is
nurse.
a lot of music, and it's not bad music at all. And I'm not complaining about it, but it was surprising how much
It's a
of
musical.
the show is more.
If I would have watched
music,
Uncle Lucius, Whiskey Myers, those
Whiskey
are a couple
Myers.
more. Yeah.
if I would have watched Yellowstone before Jingle Fest, I would have went to Jingle Fest.
Would you?
because she's really phenomenal.
Just to maybe meet her.
Her
I'm sure.
voice.
I was just going to go to Jingle Fest just to hang out and have some libations
Yeah.
with everybody.
I'm sure
Me
Jesse
and Anne
could-
Marie were talking about it. Yeah, Jesse said, hey, if you guys want to come out, come out.
Yeah. I'm sure Jesse could have got me backstage to meet her.
Oh, I don't know about that now.
Next thing you know, Iggy's
One
in
thing to have tickets in the
season
nosebleeds.
finale.
I want to
Another
be
to
in
be-
season 6. I want to be like one of the bunkhouse guys.
Iggy in a
You're going to be in the
bunkhouse.
bunkhouse. You and Lloyd.
Lloyd. I'm 56. You're 100.
How will they react when you say you won't move?
That or
Well, that
hey,
would be it. That'd be. I'd
Suspend that policy.
I'd just be laying in bed.
I need to sleep. Everybody get out of the bunkhouse. I can't sleep with anybody in the room.
I would
You
probably.
kind of shared a bunkhouse with Joe Roderick in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to be one of the cowboys. There's a few in there really have no.
You think you could
lines.
hack it on the range?
A couple of them just ride around on horses. They don't really talk.
When do they eat? I know they have
Doug,
gator.
when do they eat in the bunkhouse?
Well, when Cookie says food's ready at the chuck wagon.
See, Gator is my favorite character.
I love the name Gator for
I
the
love
cook.
the name Gator, and I love how he's just ready to prepare anything and everything at any possible
He
time.
cooked
It's unbelievable.
dove. And then the vegan chick didn't like that.
I
They
just-
don't eat it.
Yeah, I don't know how their teeth are so pearly white. There's no dentist. They don't have health insurance.
They're
I
actors.
just don't get it.
It's a TV
They eat
show.
jerky. I
John
can't.
Denton takes care of all their medical bills.
When do any
He
of them
keeps
go in
taking care of
town
the-
for dentistry?
John
Not
Denton?
one of them had gone to the dentist, and they all have pearls.
Would make for a
He paid for everybody's house.
Make for a weird episode though. If today all the boys in the bunkhouse are going to get their teeth cleaned.
Look, not even an look.
Bottle episode.
I'm not going as far as saying have a scene inside the dentist office, to where,
Okay.
but maybe mention like
Dental appointment next Tuesday.
it's Teeter coming to the the rodeo. Oh, well, she's at the dentist, and that's all I.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah, you're looking for exposition.
but not one of them had gone to a dentist. They eat jerky and just booze. I mean,
They eat jerky?
I'm.
How do you know they didn't go to a dentist?
I'm assuming that they eat
They
jerky.
had dentists back then.
Well, I know they have dentists, but they're in the middle of nowhere and
It's
they have
only
no health
2020.
care.
It's 2022.
Jesse just texted to say Lainey Wilson was in the client party doing meet and greets, so yes,
my
Iggy
God.
could have met her.
Oh, my God.
Wow, wow, well, we left a putt out there today, didn't we, Doug?
sure
I
did.
should have
two-footer.
watched Yellowstone earlier.
You blew it.
You blew it.
At least I had a good idea about bringing them in, but they've already been here.
Day late and dollar short, my
I
friend.
love the idea.
Yeah, I dig her. I hope she has more of a role. But I think he left for a year and she's upset, so I don't know what's going on there. Her cowboy left for a year.
Doug, this was a segment where he said we will talk about Yellowstone on the podcast, and then we talked about Yellowstone on the show.
Right.
We brought up
I don't think I
every
ruined
character,
anything. These
every
are-
musician.
These are parts of the show that nobody cares about. Oh, that cowboy left for a year. What the hell? Hey, they're moving horses down to Texas.
What about their dental care?
Look, I think that's a bigger story than what you think, Doug.
And Doug, you said there's an episode where they go and leave the bunkhouse
All the
to get their
boys in the
teeth cleaned?
bunkhouse go together to a pediatric dentistry.
That's the title of it. It's
They get a-
episode 10.
They get a little
Dentist
toy.
visit.
No cavities for you, Buck. You get a toy.
Horses move and dentist visit.
You don't see that in any TV shows, do you? Have you ever seen one in a TV show where they just have a random visit to the dental office to explain why the actor or actress has such
Yeah,
nice teeth?
season 3, Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman went to the dentist's office with Mr. Drummond. I remember that was a fun episode. And
Seinfeld
Gordon
did.
Jump was on the bike show.
Seinfeld did. When he woke up, his shirt was unbuttoned.
Yeah.
Well, Breaking Bad did it with
Swinging.
the windshields. Like, remember there was the 2 or 3 episode bit to where Walter White just went through a ton of windshields, like 2 or 3 of them in his Aztec. But it shows every scene when he gets a new one, the blue trim, the tape. It just got so that explains it without explaining it. That hey, we realized in the last episode that he had a broken windshield. Here is it fixed, and
Continuity.
I don't know.
Good morning,
I don't-
guys. There's a music festival featuring all the Yellowstone musicians in Whitefish, Montana that is already sold out this summer. It's called Under the Big Sky Festival.
Oh.
Look at Iggy. They took your idea.
Again, ideas that I come up with, people steal it, and look what happens.
But if you want to go to Under the Big Sky, just watch season 5.
Oh, you
And
hear
then
it anyway.
you have the concert there in hand.
This Iggy's a heck of an impresario.
I will say I knew nothing about these bands before I came up with that idea, because I'm not a country guy. They just look like some people you got off the street to come play in John Denton's barbecue.
John Denton?
Denton.
Isn't that his name?
Dutton.
Dutton.
I
So
don't
we
even
had
watch
John
the show.
Denton.
when I
John
watch
Denton
that.
was the guest of ours on Balloon Party a few weeks ago talking about the winter meeting.
We can get him. We can get him.
John
into
Dutton,
this.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was just his barbecue. I didn't look like some guys that pull off the street.
Fuelsy says the show takes place in modern America. Boots. They had dentists back then. Never, and I mean never changed. That's from Fuelsy.
I was going
I
to
didn't
ask,
say
when's the
back
show?
then. I said it's 2022 on the show. They have dentists.
Guys, my favorite Facts of Life episode was when Mrs. Garrett got a pap smear.
Oh.
It's a classic. That's from Arbor Day. Oh, where are the girls?
Girls.
They're not moving horses. They're moving cows, you bag of orange pulp. And quit giving stuff away. That's from Herb's
They
Hall.
had to move all their horses, too. They weren't going horseback to Texas.
You guys
What are we-
spoiled the dentist episode.
What are we giving away? They had a barbecue? I mean, come on.
Wouldn't you have a barbecue every night if you were rustling cattle?
I would think so, wouldn't you?
Again, with
Just
the
kill
dentist.
one of them and you're eating for a month.
Can you imagine eating a ribeye every day? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Imagine the
gotta go to
cholesterol level. Whoop. You're
about
gonna
the
have to go to the
Atkins diet.
cardiologist.
No one's ever been to the
That'll be another
cardiologist.
episode. The
Look, I
entire
don't-
season or medical visits.
Look, I've never lived on a ranch, but I didn't know you had a huge party when you're branding your cows. Who's going to sit around and watch
Spoiler.
It's just a TV show.
Iggy would make the bunkhouse pretty uncomfortable whenever he's beating off feverishly at the shared computer. Also,
Oh.
Rip would take Iggy out to the train station after a couple days of Iggy not showing up to work on time because of his smoke breaks. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack.
Yeah, I'd end up on a pile of bodies in Wyoming.
I think it'd be funny, like at the bunkhouse, you got in the TV show, you have Iggy's bunk, and there's that Dillium flashlight with that
Oh, yeah,
suction
that'd look
cup
nice in the
right
bunkhouse.
at the end.
There's a couple of posters of girls in there. I could put my Dillian poster up there.
Guys, don't spoil the Sinbad cameo in Yellowstone. Thanks. Hunchback of Uncast.
There haven't been any cameos,
They really have.
other than the country acts, which I didn't know they were big-time country acts. There hasn't really been a big star that has come on and had a cameo on there.
Well, yeah, you're right. The musicians, the cameos.
Do you know
Yeah,
the
I know they
creator
were.
of all these shows? You know, Sheridan. He has bit parts in the show as well.
Yeah,
doesn't
he does.
Wasn't he the winning cowboy that won everything?
Doug, was he the winning
Yeah, and
cowboy?
he
No, I
the
don't
rich
watch it.
Cowboy, Dak
the rich
Prescott.
guy that starts out had the gator seat that took Jimmy to Texas, but he actually owns part of the Sixes Ranch in real life. I didn't know that either.
That's correct.
Isn't
I
that
love a
crazy?
good cameo.
Wasn't
me
he
too.
in what other show? He was a sheriff in another show, wasn't he?
Yeah. I forgot. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think it was
Andy
Sons of
Griffith?
Anarchy.
Citizens
Thank you,
Arrest.
thank you.
Citizens
Yes, it
Arrest.
was.
I thought
He
that was Jim
young
Neighbors.
sheriff
Kyle.
after he
Yeah, in
took
Sons
over.
of Anarchy, wasn't he? Okay.
Hey, Doug, let's play Yellowstone. You be the horse, and I'll be Rip, and I'll ride you bareback across the open plains.
Didn't like it.
John Lithgow's Harry Henderson sent that in.
Didn't care for it. I would have hated to have that job back in the day. Riding a horse, moving cattle from Texas to Kansas to get them on a train. God, could anything be worse than that? Thank God someone did it, but not for me. I'd have been way too soft.
If these barrel girls were that easy, I'd probably take it. These barrel girls, as soon as I see a cowboy, hi cowboy, want to make out with me?
You think that's what it was all about?
They're pretty easy.
You think as they're riding all these cattle, they're moving them. You think there's girls all along the trail saying, "Hey, howdy, cowboy, new in town."
That off.
Probably got 2 pair of underpants.
It is on this show.
Guys, thank God we watched episodes 5 and 6 last night so Ken couldn't ruin them this morning. Stop telling people about the doves and brandings. Do what we all would have expected, which is to awkwardly fawn over Lainey Wilson. That's from Carlos Spicer.
Look,
No,
the
you
show
still got
is
7 and 8, buddy, so I got time to ruin it.
the show can't be that great if the spoilers are Gator is cooking dove and there's a big cookout on the Yellowstone Ranch. If those are the spoilers, we have a big problem going in the second part of season 5.
I've given nothing
Just
away.
saying.
I've given you nothing. I
Stop
haven't
giving
given
it
anything
away.
I'm going to start watching it today.
And if a
Never watched
barrel
it.
racer is banging Jimmy, then I have a real problem
Jimmy's
with
like
banging
26.
those barrel
Doesn't he look like
racers.
he's like 80?
He looks like me. And I guess I'm bashing myself, I guess.
Well, you don't look
Put
80.
myself on a tee. No, he had that weird skinny look, but yeah, he gets 2 bomb barrel racers. And I have no idea. Oh, I guess one's a vet, a surgeon. Yeah.
Don't give it away.
But it's
That was last
it's
season.
because
Screw
it's a
people,
TV
man. If you don't
show.
watch it last season.
If he hooked up with a really fat, ugly girl, you'd go, "Why am I watching it?"
Again, Doug, I want more real. Go to the dentist, pork a big hog, and then, I'd rather have it be a little bit more real.
You would.
They're a little bit too clean cut for me in Cowboys.
Well, a lot of people like to watch movies and TV shows to escape a little bit, to live the fantasy in your mind.
I don't think this show has the following it does if we're all not hot.
No, that's for sure.
Oh, that's
See what
why
I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?